Welcome to the Money, Mindset and Miracles podcast, helping you to grow predictable and scalable months of income from your business as gracefully as possible. I'm Rachel Smith, business coach, mindset expert, speaker and the founder of the 5K Club. Hello and a very warm welcome to this week's episode. I'm going to be really honest here and tell you that even at the point of recording it, I don't necessarily have a title for this episode because I don't want to fall into the trap of sensationalizing a situation that is really triggering for lots and lots of people. And honestly, I nearly didn't record this episode, but I am recording this episode because I understand that this is a real situation for all of us, and I have people in my audience and clients who are concerned about our current economic situation in the UK. So at the point of recording this, we have a number of challenges. We've just had the government's recent announcements here in the UK about the tax changes. We've got the increased cost of living and we're in a recession. And there is a lot going on at the moment, and there's a lot of podcasts and social media posts, and I've just watched this incredible news piece on TikTok, and it really rallies a lot of fear and a lot of unknowns about how individuals are going to cope during this period of time. And when you're a business owner, it adds an extra layer of concern. But I want to pull it back to something that is completely true about businesses as well. And that is that when you're running a business, there's always uncertainty. You are dealing with uncertainty every single day. You don't know at this moment in time that you will definitely make your forecasted sales. You don't know if your existing customers will retain you, and you don't know if that latest proposal that you have put forward to somebody will be accepted. This is all part of running a business, and the reality is that it can be really, really tough. So running a business in a recession feels like we've got that extra layer of uncertainty. However, there is another side to this. I know of so many businesses that were launched in the last recession and were a huge success then, and they are still now. And more recently, if we think about all of the changes and challenges that we experienced during the pandemic, so many businesses at that point had to pivot overnight. Can you remember that? Can you remember getting those news reports and realising that everything you had known, everything that had been a certainty, was suddenly changed? And if you are in business and you have gone through those times, you have gone through some of the most challenging times of this time. And again, I know of so many businesses that were created because of the pandemic and they thrived in those uncertain times. My business thrived during the pandemic as more and more business owners wanted to move their businesses from face-to-face to online. So even though we are facing uncertain times, I wanted to share with you two things, both my optimism that you can thrive during tough economic times, but also kind of 5 steps that you can take that will strengthen your position right now so that you can see yourself continuing to grow and generating profit from your business. So let's grow our businesses during this challenging time. Let's generate more profit. So here are my 5 steps that you can take to really strengthen your position. Number 1, any guesses? If you've been listening to this podcast for a little while, I'm fairly sure you'll know what is going to be number 1 on my list. And yes, you're absolutely right. Number 1, it's going to be double down on your mindset. There are so many triggers out there in the world that will feed any negative beliefs that you might already have about how you and your business will survive this time. So whether you're listening to the news, having conversations with your loved ones, reading posts, or even listening to podcasts like this, it might actually trigger you. It might really feed into those mind monkeys of how are you going to survive? So more than ever, in these challenging times, I'm going to encourage you to work on your mindset. Work on it every single day, whether that is listening to a meditation, visualizing, journaling, getting out in nature, doing whatever you need to do so that you can build up your resilience from the inside, allowing you to show up in your business and deal with the challenges and the uncertainty that we will all undoubtedly face. And I want you to remember something, and that is that you are stronger than you realise. So I'm going to give you a quick reminder, if you haven't already downloaded my Wealth and Abundance Hypnosis, I'll pop the link in the show notes. But this is a free hypnosis that I have written for women, so you can really step into that belief of wealth and abundance. And like I said, if there was a time to double down your mindset, it is now. And this is a really brilliant resource that you can have for free, and it's going to really help you to double down your mindset. Step number 2 is limit what you take in. Now, this might be a little controversial, but I'm talking about the news. Now, this has to be a personal choice, and it is one that I made a long time ago when I discovered that listening to the news, and especially watching the news last thing at night, actually increased my levels of anxiety, which in turn made me feel stuck and helpless, which in reality isn't very helpful when you are trying to show up, take action in your business. So in all seriousness, I actually limit how much I take in terms of news. Be aware of how you feel when you are listening or watching or reading news articles. Be aware of how that makes you feel. If you can feel the levels of anxiety within you increase, I would really suggest that you consider how much news you are prepared to take in. Number 3 is be visible. So just like your mindset, you want to increase that visibility. You want to ensure that all of your audience, your soulmate clients, can see you, that they understand what you have for them, that the reasons why they need it, and you want to be really, really visible. And if there's some things that you have been putting off, like, I've been thinking about, maybe being visible in this way, this is the time to do it. Be really brave with your visibility. Definitely don't shrink right now. You want to sparkle. Number 4 is make sure your offers solve a problem. So in difficult economic times, often what happens is that consumers will switch from investing in the nice to have to the must have. So your role in your business is the ability to communicate why your offer is a must have, and think about how you're solving a problem that your soulmate client has the desire to change. So let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say you're a branding expert. This is a great time to actually target those business owners who are looking to up-level their services and their prices so that they can call in high-end clients or even call in corporate contracts. So your role in your marketing as that branding expert is to create content that speaks to the need of up-leveling your branding, of being consistent with your branding and messaging, and demonstrate how your branding secures high-end offers. So that's one example. So if you're an expert, a service-based business, think about how you can use your marketing to demonstrate how you solve a problem. Let's say you're a product-based business and you sell beautiful items for the home. Again, it's about being really strategic and targeting those clients who have a desire and an income to invest in your products. So it may be that right now it's time to do something different in your business. Maybe it's time to go and work with different stockists or have a different approach to calling in those high-end clients. So you really want to become much, much more strategic with your thinking, planning and action taking in your business. Number 5 is think about what one offer could you double down on. What is that one thing that you can promote over and over again that is in full alignment with who you are and how you want to show up in your business and how it solves a problem for your soulmate client? And then decide how you're going to step up and offer that out to more and more of your soulmate clients and really make this the thing that you are known for. So even though I resisted jumping on the bandwagon of creating content around recession-proofing your business, I hope you found this episode really helpful. And I would love to hear the thing that you have taken from this. And if you want any help and support to figure out your one thing, drop me an email at support@rachelsmith-thebusinessgrower.com. I'll drop it down in the show notes below, as I have a really special private coaching opportunity coming out really soon, where I'm going to help you to not just figure out what your one thing is, but I'm going to help you to take it out into the world and get your first clients as well, or more clients if you already have that one thing. They're the 5 steps that I wanted to share with you at this time. And I hope you found that useful. Even though I've kind of resisted jumping on this particular bandwagon, I really hope that you found this episode helpful. I would love to hear, what is the thing that you have taken away from this? If you've loved this episode, please feel free to share it with your business community. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to my podcast so that you don't miss an episode. Until next week, bye for now.